to Catfish Weekly, along with the Chad. I'm Lyle. Chad, we got a great guest tonight. Yeah, buddy. Your brother from another mother, Kevin.
That's my buddy right there.
You betcha. I got to
Hey, guys.
get to that. How's it going, man?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good.
I've got one announcement tonight, Chadwick, and I'm going to get to it right now, and then we'll get right in with Kevin. I have the Indiana Catfish Association results. First place was Tom Petrowski and Henry Neffes. Big fish, 54.3 pounds and a total weight of 136 pounds. Good job, fellas. Second place was Kevin Yoder and Waylon Yoder, 112.7 pounds. Third place was Terry Holden and Mary Jane Wood, a total of 81.9 pounds. Fourth place was Corey Peterson and Jeffrey Mitchner, total weight of 81.3 pounds. And fifth place was James Holcomb and Charles Breedlove with 80.6. Good to see Chuck back out on the tournament trail. Good friend of mine, think the world of him. And there was several other, Don Elder at 73 pounds and Chris Tram and James Holcomb. Let's see, Ron Streeter and George Lemaster had 39.8 pounds. And it goes on. Jimmy LaRoe and Christina LaRoe, 20.6 pounds, was 10th place. Congratulations to all them guys.
Nice. Oh, and I do have one tournament result that I will speak of real quick.
Okay.
The No Script crew squeaked out a very narrow margined victory against the bait shop this weekend.
Really?
And that's all. We'll leave it at that. Let's say hi to people.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's see. Let me get the participant chat back up here. Well, I don't see them in chat, so I was able to say that kind of stuff there, Lyle.
Oh, my.
All right, let's say hi to some awesome people that joined us tonight. We've got 922 Crappie BQ, Anthony Duckworth, Cajun Catfishing, Carmel Muncie, Mark from Catfishing Crappie, who was on right after this. We got Bobcat Outdoors, Catfish Viking, who I kind of met on the water this weekend. We got Cat Life Outdoors, Chris Everett, Chrissy Brown, Miss Cindy Stokes. We've got Cody Robinson, Creole Catfishing, Dan Thompson, Dave Funk, David Smith, Don R. We've got Downtown Ernie Brown, Fishing with the Squirrel, Fishing for Whiskers, The Fly Guru Chronicles. My beautiful and awesome wife, Dee, who was also sitting in the other room with my awesome kiddo, my daughter, Alyssa. HS Outdoors, Hillbilly Hippie, Michelle from It's All Mine, James Kirkpatrick, Jason Lamb, Joe Buck 66, K&B Anglers. I didn't think you could do two things at once.
I've been growing. I've graduated.
He finally grown up. We got Kentucky Catman Outdoors. We got Lance McCoo Guy, LG Bass, Look Lady, Mike Irvin, Moonlight Fishing. Starting to bounce around on me. John Patrick Jr. We got Nina's Kayak Crew, Pontoon Jody Catfishing, Troy from Real and Virtual Outdoors, Real Gals Fish, Richard's Keeping It Real, Sean Abney, Sandy from Silver Fox Fishing, The Bullock Experience, The Weekend Angler, Tim Molina, which I forgot. Tim Molina gave me a call today and didn't get the chance to call him back yet. Want to be outdoors. Let me go back up through here, see who I might have missed that's came in since we said that. El Catfish Grande.
You cannot not call Tim Molina back. You have to do that.
Well, he may have called during a conference call, and then I got sidetracked and forgot. I'm old. Remember, I just turned 40 back in December.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Memory's gone.
I make that.
We got I've just seen Dan Thompson. Chris Everett said to him.
David Smith.
Got him. I'm looking through the participants right now, and I have gotten everybody I show there except for Evan.
Brother Josh, the Weekend Angler?
I did.
Okay. Well, dang. I thought I could trip you up a little bit, but I guess not.
No, you can't trip me up, pal.
You got John Boy's Catfishing?
I did not. I got LG Bass. We got a couple crosses fishing. That's my sister Betty Jean. Justin's fishing fetish just came in.
Want to be outdoors?
Mad Catter catfishing.
It's always great to see Matt in here. I got
Mr. Gadget says, if I think I'm old, he's got 15 years. I'll give it 15 more years. I'm sorry.
Yeah, or a little more.
Chat is beginning to fly. That is right.
Yes, it is. It's a rocking and a rolling.
My buddy Parker Pursuits, Fishing in Freedom. All right, I think we've gotten just about everybody. If we did miss you, we blame K&B Anglers. It's his fault.
We're going to blame the redheads.
What do you say there, Calvin?
Not going to call it.
Kevin, it is awesome to have you on the show tonight. Let's just get the elephant out of the room right off the bat.
Wait, you want me to leave?
No, we missed
Pop. I was for that.
I thought that he was making a fat joke, wanting to get the elephant out of here.
No, we missed Pop. We miss Pop. We really do, and
absolutely.
I know that you do. And he was a big part of K&B Anglers, and I am thrilled to know that you are going to continue on with K&B Anglers and keep it going. And I know that's what Pop would want. So he was a heck of a guy. I met you guys the first time at the Catfish Conference. We've been friends ever since. Got to see you last year down at Patriot James's tournament. It was a thrill to see you and Amy Jo. And but, you know, I just wanted to say that we will never forget him and all the cool stuff you guys done together. And it's awesome to know that K&B Anglers is here to stay and to carry on. And if you have any comments on that, we'll hear them. But if not, we'll just go on.
I'm good.
Okay.
And I want to say that it was awesome meeting Amy Jo last year, even if you had to be there too. I was very disappointed this year that Amy Jo didn't make it, but you were there. And
Amy Jo, just tell the truth.
I love Amy Jo. Gotta love Amy Jo.
Amy Jo should get in the ladies tournament if she didn't have to work. I know you said she's working a lot, and God bless her for that, because I'm a firm believer if you have a job and you like your job, and then you should take care of it. But that women's tournament, she has a place in that if she wants in there and would happen to get drawn out. That'd just be awesome.
We'll take a look at it and see for sure. And see if she's.
You better hurry up.
I know.
We will be doing the drawing for that next Thursday night on the bait shop. So the event is June 4th. So if Amy Jo is in the background looking at her schedule for work, seeing what day that is and what she may be able to do, just send us a message afterwards if she's able to or wants to, or if she doesn't, that's okay.
It's an all women's tournament. Kevin, you can't fish. You can't fish. You can't wear a wig. You can't dress up. You can't. The lipstick and you ain't going to get along, brother.
I told you,
wouldn't be able to win it anyway.
It's a big wig and a moo and I'm perfect. I'm telling you. I'll even get the little eyelashes that you glue on. I mean,
I would like to do that for you.
Lyle,
I'd like to put them on there for you.
Lyle, I'm gonna need you to calm Kevin down, because he wouldn't stand a chance against the ladies in the list that I saw.
You're probably right.
Oh my!
It is quite a list.
Yeah, it is. There's some of the greatest women anglers in the nations in this, so it's going to be a lot of fun. There's some new people in here that's fishing on the Mississippi River that looks pretty tough too.
I would agree. Dee has shared the list with me, and she did share it on Facebook. And I'll be honest, I think this may be one of the best events that we've seen yet.
I think it's
at least on Field to Water channel.
I think it'll be a great event.
Pontoon Jody said that I would make a pretty woman. So there you go. It's in concrete now.
I'm thinking it's her opinion of good-looking women probably ain't what the same as the rest of us.
No, I would agree. I'll be honest. COVID did some really crazy things and weird things, but most of all, it did some of us a favor and put a mask over mugs like Kevin for at least a year. So we have some things to think good about it.
Oh,
so
my.
So Kevin, I am glad to see you're starting to get back out there. You're starting to do some fishing and lives and putting out some videos again, man. I'm glad to see you getting back out there, my friend.
Yeah, I'm slowly getting back into it. It's been hard,
I'm sure.
But
no, you go ahead. I said I'm sure.
But yeah, I mean, it's it's one of those things where I didn't know where I wanted to be. I was in my own head there for a while, and that's kind of scary within itself, me being in my own head. But
I don't want to be.
But I've been able to get back out there. I've had a lot of friends that help me out in that regards. I decided yesterday to get back, and it was the first time without pop that I went live while I was on the water, and it was we didn't catch anything at all. Marked all kind of fish, but didn't catch nothing, which was kind of typical, but that's okay too.
I will say, you're speaking to me right now. I know all about this.
I mean,
it is.
Turn this on.
I actually thought about taking and putting the bass tracker back together just so I could sit on the back of the boat, maybe start catching fish after a while.
You was out with your son yesterday, correct?
I was, yes.
The graduate from high school that's now a working man.
Really?
Yeah. And he's trying to get into the Air Force, trying to go into the military. So,
that would be awesome.
Trying to get that squared away so that he can do that, and he's got some good plans. If he can make it a go, he's got some good plans. Good he on his shoulders. He might be my son, but he's smart as a whip. You know what I'm saying?
And God for his mama.
There's something to say about him being in our military, and the United States of America be proud to have him.
Oh yeah, I think he would thrive in that environment. He actually does very well in structured environment, and where he can really where he can really kind of focus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's looking at going in, maybe making a career out of it. Trying to go into try to get his college education utilizing the tools that are put forth before him, utilizing the military in that regards. And so and he's talking about possibly going getting his degree in like a psychology, some sort of a psychology degree, which is good because then I can as my therapist after Chad. But
what?
But
Muddy River Catfishing, welcome.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, Chris, what's up, buddy?
Glad to see Chris.
Thank you, Cajun Catfishing, for your service.
There we go.
We love our vets and our present military people that's in there. I consider Matt with Want to Be Outdoors a good friend of mine. Him and I met up and had dinner one day, and he'd won a prize, and we messaged quite a bit online, and those are the things that makes knowing your people in the military so special. I'll never forget him. If we never meet again, and I have a feeling that at some point Matt's going to make a trip up here where we live. We're going to crawl in a boat and go catch some fish. But they're a special breed. So anytime that anybody's interested in that, and especially with you and Amy backing him to go in that, I think that's a wonderful venture.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to encourage him as best I can with everything going on with the pandemic and because this has actually been an ongoing thing since he got out of school. It's crazy how I've never known a recruiter not to jump on the chance to get a recruit. And there's been certain things that he's been having to do that requires passwords, and unfortunately, he doesn't have the password. I don't know. It's a long story on that regards, but been trying to get back in touch with those recruiters to be able to get that password so he can finish up, so he can go to MEPS. Once he gets to MEPS, he's pretty much a done deal as long as everything goes well with the physical and all that. And they're actually talking about putting him in the I forgot what it's called now, security force. Actually, which is the equivalent to the MPs.
Really?
Talking about that, which he has the stature for it, and I think he's got the mentality for it as well. But that's not what he wants to be for the remainder of his career with the military if he's able to get in there, and serve.
That's good. I'm glad the boy's got a great head on his shoulders. He's a super nice young man, and looking forward to see how it turns out for him. And the Air Force is a great branch. They all are. But if that's what he wants to do, then that's where he needs to be.
That's kind of what he's got in mind. I told him, I said, well, there are other branches, and he said, nope, I want Air Force, Dad. And I said, well,
there you go.
I asked him, I said, why? And he said, well, that's what you enlisted with, and which I did, but unfortunately, I let a woman talk me out of going, which, in retrospect, was not a good thing in my opinion. I think I could have made a great career out of the Air Force, but as it were, it didn't come to pass. But I probably wouldn't have what I have now had I went in. So I'm not.
I got you, brother. My brother talked me out of going. I was signed up to go to the Navy and scored really high on the test that you had to take in those days to get in, and could have just about had an open book to go in. And he says, you don't take orders very well. You're never gonna make it.
I've noticed this.
And he's probably right about that, but I feel like I missed out on a lot of things that I see through friends of mine, like my good friend Jack Ivey, who just retired from 30-some years in the military in the Army. And he was stationed in Alaska, and while he's up there, he bought a house. And that's where they retired. And his mother passed away, and I seen him at her funeral here a few months ago. And Jack, he's man, I could have been no more proud of him. I had both of my boys was in the military. So yeah, it's pretty important stuff to us.
Well, Pop actually enlisted. He enlisted in the Army. And matter of fact, he wanted to go in and follow his footsteps. My granddaddy, his daddy. And my granddaddy, and I forget what his actual rank was, but he had enough pull with enough starred generals that he didn't want Pop to go into the military, and he pulled a lot of strings with these starred generals to make that happen. And so it was actually my granddaddy who made the decision for my dad for him not to go in, and but he enlisted and wanted to go, and my granddaddy said, "No, I don't think that's gonna happen, son." And he didn't. And so when I enlisted to go in, Pop was real proud of the fact that I was wanting to go in, and I'm not saying that he wasn't proud of the fact that I didn't go in, but he also was, I'm the same way with my son. He was also the type of person that, he's like, you got to make your way in this world. You can only take advice, and it's what you do with that advice. It makes those decisions, later on in life. And I've made some decisions that wasn't good. I've made some decisions that wasn't, that was good. And I think the good decisions outweigh the bad decisions all the way around. I feel like they do. It's put me in a position to be where I'm at today. So
we have a new person in chat. I was just had a message that they was in here. Kelly Lingus fishing from the UK.
Connie Lingus.
Connie, I'm sorry. Maybe we can all kind of weigh in on this. I'm sorry if I'm clueless. I'm still learning, but how do American catfish compare to our Wells catfish in terms of weight?
In terms of weight, so it depends on which species. Our big species is the blue cat. That is the largest in the U.S. Our world record is 143 pounds. So they are slightly smaller than the Wells. But if you're looking at it in terms of how big they are compared to our guest here tonight, Kevin's blue cats, they're about 15 to 20 times bigger.
And then if you compare that to Chad, it's like 50 times bigger. But hey,
why you gotta be like that?
I mean, it is what it is. Weight Watchers called.
What's up with the fat joke tonight, fellas?
Not for me.
Whatever, you want to get the elephant out of the room earlier.
You have anything to say about the comment about the differences, Kevin?
What's that now?
Between the Wells catfish they have in England and what we have here in the States.
Oh yeah, the Wales is a lot bigger cat, no doubt.
No,
They do
yeah.
eat a lot. I've watched. I can't think of his name right offhand, but I've watched the Gundelson. No, what's his? It's right on the tip of my tongue. But anyways, I've watched him pull those 200, 250. Well, I think it's a 250-pound whales.
That sounds about right.
I tell you, back in CatCon 19, you remember, Lyle, you remember they had Big Cat Fever had that simulator.
Yes.
And
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they had the simulator set up, and I had an opportunity to get on the simulator. Matter of fact, I think I've got a video of it out there somewhere, and it actually simulated the 150 pound. It was either 100 or 150 pound Wells cat. And let me tell you something. if in real life that is how they pull, oh my Lord, I would love to get on the other end of that rod.
I'm thinking
Yep.
that now I would probably have to loosen the drag a little on some of them.
Oh, very much so. Oh yeah. They would tear a real slam out the rod. It with the way
Creole.
That's exactly what I would say. They resemble, in especially in the head region of a flathead. They're a lot longer with the belly and all that. So they're kind of like me. They have a big belly.
Want to say hello to Troy with Real and Virtual Outdoors.
Hello.
Yeah, they are. They're. I've never seen a Wells. Probably never will. I have a dream of always catching a red tail down in Brazil, but we'll see if that ever happens. But until then, I've got the blues and the flatheads and love them both.
Oh yeah.
Next Sunday, I will be leaving for Mendota to catch giant channel cats.
I'm so jealous.
It's all right. I'm going to catch a 30 and you're not.
You know what? I'll take them 25s, 28s, 26s.
Oh, me too.
I'm okay with that.
I guess,
A 30 is my goal. I have a 29.9. If I can make the 30-pound range, all I got to do is catch one. I'll manipulate the post to where it says I caught mine before Mark ever catches one, probably before he ever catches a fish. But, I'm not going to let him up me on that 30-pounder. I'm just not going to do it.
Well, I have to try to put D on a 20-plus pounder this year. I got mine last year, and I think was a 12 or 14-pound, babe. And she ended up with a 12-pounder up there, but we need to get her on at least a 20. But
yeah,
I would absolutely love for her and I both to have matching 30-pounders before year-end mark.
Kevin, you need to plan
I'm sorry?
You need to plan your vacation, yours and Amy Joe's, around the May trip next year. I'm telling you, until you catch a 20-plus pound channel cat, or two or three of them, one right after the other, and have them walking around their tails in the water like this in 2 foot of water, you ain't caught a catfish. You just ain't.
I want to catch. I found out that Lake Murray. I fished a tournament with Southeastern Catfish Club back in December, and it was over on Lake Murray. And we were out there. It was early morning. We were out there, anchored up, ready to go. And the spot that I was in looked good. Everything looks good on a map until you get there, but it looked good. And I sat there for about an hour, didn't catch anything, didn't really see anything, and I decided, well, I'm gonna go to my secondary spot. I had several different spots I was going to be fishing for that day, and all I had to go on because this was literally a lake I'd never had fished before, and so I decided that I was going to take and just drag some baits because what I was sitting just to the other side of the mouth of basically a highway, a fish highway. It was the mainland and the island, and the island between the mainland and the island had a bit of a hump right there, so it had a nice little ledge, beautiful little ledge right off that point, and that's what I was fishing. Well, I decided I'd start dragging baits and kind of start back towards my secondary spot. And as I was doing so, we picked up 2 cats, and they happened to be channel cats, darkest channel cats I'd ever come across in my entire life. It was also the biggest channel cats I'd ever come across in my life, which sounds small now that you're talking about 20 and 30 pound channels, but they were like 5.5 and 6 pound cats. But to me, that was a monster catfish. I was proud of those cats catching.
Absolutely.
I mean, up to that point, I think 3 pounds was the biggest channel I'd ever caught. So to pick up a 5.5 and then a 6 pound, channel cat was pretty awesome. But then I found out later on that lake's known for big channels, and I thought to myself, maybe I should have rethought how I fished that lake.
I'm assuming this is the comment she's talking about, but go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. So it must have been Lyle. Did you see
Probably.
the comment I wanted?
Oh, they came on the setting.
Yeah.
That was probably about the 4th setting. I think there was 4 settings, and I think that was probably the 4th setting. K-Bug.
That's incredible.
That's how I got suckered into catching the 100. I think it was 150 pound whales. Was I couldn't let K-Bug outdo me.
Well, no.
Yeah. I actually made a deal. She wasn't gonna do it, and I actually made a deal with K-Bug. I told her, I said, hey, tell you what, if you do it, I'll do it. And she jumped right on out there, and she brought that joker in like a champ. And I said, I cannot be shown up like that. That's just not happening. No.
Kevin, Brian, thank you so much for that. We appreciate it very much. Kevin, I got to ask you a question. It's a very serious question this time.
Sure.
I seen a picture of Jim and K-Bug where she's getting ready to go to what I believe was prom. What a beautiful young lady she has turned out to be. My gosh, she was always a cute little thing, but she's a grown woman now, or very close to it, and she's beautiful. It's a good thing she don't look nothing like Jim.
That's truth. That's true.
I was shocked. The last time I seen K-Bug, we was at Monsters on the Ohio in Owensboro, Kentucky, and she sat up there with me for an hour or so, and we interviewed her, and I had the greatest time with what a sweet young lady she is, and my gosh, I couldn't believe how grown up she was when I seen that image of her. She's just gorgeous.
See, I got an opportunity to actually, after the last time I actually had seen her in person, prior to this event I'm about to tell you, was which was in 2019 after CatCon. We went back to Jim's house and spent a few days over there trying to fish. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Jim blames me, said it was my fault. I don't think it was, but there it is. Anyways, and she was about 12-ish, I think, around that time frame. And you're right. She's always been a gorgeous young lady and real, has a good head on her shoulders. I think of her as my all I've ever had was just the one son, and I always wanted a daughter, and I think she'd be a great daughter to have. And I'm glad that Jim's one of my best friends, and is willing to let me share that custody.
Heck yeah.
He sent me the picture before he posted. He sent me the picture and everything, and I said, "That's not K-Bug."
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
I made him yesterday. Yesterday, she was over at the house, and she spoke. We were talking. Jim and I were talking, and she spoke to me. He was actually playing back the live stream, and she heard my voice, and she come in there and she's like, "That's my best friend," and so he had to key in and tell me that that's what she said, and then she spoke to me, and I said, "All right, K-Bug," I said, "You have to go put a pair of jeans on, a t-shirt, and wear my hat." She has one of my older hats. I said, and I need a picture. I need picture proof that this happened. And so I got it, and I said, "There's my K-Bug. How you doing, baby girl?"
Yeah. Well, I was very, very happy to see a picture of her and Jim. It was a great image, and I know that Jim's very proud of her. And like I say, she's a gorgeous young lady, and if I have to make a trip down there for that to introduce her boyfriend to my BT-99, then
we've already talked about that.
Okay, you got that handle. All right, then I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, no, but we've got. You ever seen the movie Bad Boys? I think it was Bad Boys 2.
I already know which one you're talking about. I already know.
Yeah. So imagine the boyfriend coming and knocking on the door, and basically peeling drag, opening the door and saying, "What you want, boy?" And then I come busting up through there, hat turned sideways, going, "What you need, son?"
Hey,
Yeah,
Paul, how you doing?
You got this covered.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
Lyle, I appreciate you
For
taking down Brian B's comment.
I didn't notice it.
Just seeing his name's got me like triggered. Like
you're sweating.
Do you want to elaborate on that? Tell us why.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I heard that there was. What was it? Was it a tournament or was? Oh wait, no, it was a blowout. Was that what I heard? But there was a tournament. It was a
very
blowout.
close.
Very
close.
It was close.
Very close.
It was almost as close as you staying in the lines when you're coloring.
I've gotten a lot better with that, son.
I bet you have, buddy.
There's Maurice Cason, sir.
Hey, did Chad tell you the story about us being up there when we were up there at the on Lake Wiley about the night fish?
No, he did not.
Maybe
you want to help us out with that.
So imagine this. Richard Warskow, Justin Maldor, Justin's Fishing Fetish, and myself on the boat. It's the lights have dimmed across the sky, and the wind is weird, and it's a little cold.
Here, let me paint a. Wait a minute. Let me paint a better picture because right now you're setting like a romantic mood on the boat. So Lyle, picture this: you got the Three Stooges out on the water in a boat. Go ahead.
I was curly. So anyways, yeah, so we knew Chad was in the area that we were fishing. We knew Chad was somewhere within that vicinity, and I'm about to freeze. I mean, I've got my hands all up under me like this, and and I'm like, I know Chad's nearby. Well, across the way, we see a campfire start up, and I'm wondering, is that Chad? Because that looks awfully warm. And so I call Chad up and I'm like, he answers, "But hey, buddy, what's going on?" And I'm like, you wouldn't happen to have a fire? And he says, "A what?" I said, "Oh, excuse me. Let me speak Northernese. Would you happen to have a fire, sir?" And of course, he states that he doesn't. And which that was cool that he understood that. And I told him that I was freezing. And the longer we stayed out there, the colder I got. And then we started catching fish, and I forgot about it being cold anymore. So, yeah, he invited me. It's cool. My whole point in this, Chad, hold on. I'm going to give you some kudos here, son.
Okay, I'm waiting for kudos here.
The whole point in that story, though, in all seriousness, was the fact that as we're sitting there and I'm cold, Chad, of course, has invited me to come on over just around the next cove, which is where he was at. And they literally, between he and Dee, started a fire just for me. And that was beautiful, but I didn't go because we started catching fish.
And it had nothing to do that my daughter wanted the s'mores that she had bought, made. So did you not also get invited over for s'mores as well? I mean,
yes,
I like s'mores.
Warmth and s'mores were being made right there. And
let me tell you something. You're on a boat with Richard Warskow and Justin, and then of course you include me. You include me into the whole thing. We can put some food away. Yes, sir. And s'mores, your daughter wouldn't have stood a chance had we come over there and started the s'mores war. It would have just been on.
Well, I made this extravagant campfire for her to have one s'mores, and she was done.
It was beautiful.
I
mean, I thought it was pretty cool that you sent me a picture of it so that I could actually like blow it up on my screen and go, you know, get that ambient, warmth from the phone. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool, actually.
I was trying to help, my friend. I was just trying to help. Catman wants to know.
Oop, I'm sorry.
Catman wants to know if we've talked about the electronic fish call, Kevin.
No, we have not. That is the other thing. So same night, actually, as it were. So Jim has this thing that he does, and we've all done it, and only his version is way much cooler and so much more funnier. And where we go, here, fishy, fishy, fishy. We've all done this, we know, and we've seen their Bert and Ernie, videos, and it's funny to everybody to do it, but occasionally it helps, or at least we think it does. Well, with that being said, so we're out there, and Justin goes, I think we need an electronic fish call. And Richard, of course, never having heard of this before, goes, a what? And Justin goes, electronic fish call. And I go, yeah, from Jim. And Richard's like, what is that? I was like, Justin and I look at each other like, oh, it's on. So we call up Jim and go, yo, we've got to have an electronic fish call because we're getting extremely skunked and we're freezing our bahunkuses off over here. So therefore, we need you, son. Handle it. Handle it. And so, yes, in the middle of a cove, pitch black dark, and there are people out there because, like I said before, there are campfires across the way. All you hear is, yeah, fishy, 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 fishy. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. Bite the hook, fishy. That's the clean version, by the way. And what happens? And of course, Richard, Justin, and I were crawling in the floor. We're laughing so hard because we cannot stand up. If a fish happened to have caught the bait, happened to have pulled drag, it would have literally been spooled off the reel and just been hanging by a thread before we could have got to the rods to handle the situation because we were laughing so hard. I'm surprised Chad didn't hear it across the way on the other side of the cove. That's how loud it was. However,
I did. You didn't hear them gunshots?
That was what that was.
And some dude saying, fish.
However, a little bit later, nothing has happened. We're sitting there talking, and out of nowhere, completely out of the blue, non-rehearsed, he does it again, and we're crying again. Then all of a sudden, things took another step because that was about the time that Pop's rod goes off, and we all went scrambling. We was like, "Holy crap, we got a fish!" And we're jumping up, and we're cranking down, and I'm pulling in. And of course, it winds up being the biggest fish I caught while I was there, 34-pound flat, and that was a beautiful fish. I was thankful that it was on Pop's rod. That was one of my goals for being there was to catch a big fish and put a big PB on that rod. Lyle, thank you for what you did for me on that, brother. That was a beautiful rod. It was absolutely best thing I've ever. I mean, it's a very, very well made rod, and I appreciate that, brother. I really do. I'm seriously do that because it handled that fish very well, and it was
really cool there too because we all met down at South Point Boat Landing after the fish-a-thon, and he let us all see it. Now, you think he would let us all hold it, but he would hold it towards you and let you touch it. But it would never leave his hand. He had such a tight grip on it.
One finger.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, sorry, this is a one finger only."
Fishing and stuff is in chat, boys. It don't get no bigger or better than Keith. Glad
What's up,
to have
Keith?
you in there, my friend. What is it that he has to say? Chad, you need me to send you some bait because I will. I hit some of them Asian carp packy thingies.
You can send me whatever you want to, brother. And if you need to make room, I'll give you my address and you can ship it on over.
Sweet.
I hate that I miss Keith.
Well, I was going to say he can even hand deliver it. He can come on over and bring his boat, and we'll do some fishing.
Hey, there you go.
I would let him go. I'd let him go on my boat, but I would, he's too big of a legend in his own mind to fish on a little boat like mine.
I have to say, go ahead, Kevin.
I'm sorry. I was saying he might actually increase the luck on that boat. You know.
I have a Keith and I have talked about doing a project together, and I have to get with him when I get back from Mendota. I have it set up, I believe, now to where we can put this together, and it'll be a lot of fun for a lot of people, and you're not going to want to miss it. We just got to get a date put together where it'll all work out. So when I get back, Keith, I'll give you a holler, and we'll talk about that. Maybe not the week coming up, but the following week. I'm excited. Did I mention that we're going to Mendota next week?
I'm excited.
Yeah. Did I mention that, Kevin?
Did I hear that you were going to Mendota?
Yeah. 6 days, Lyle.
Oh, yeah.
6 days till departure.
Yeah. Don't get over
Did I hear you say correctly you were going after 19-pound channel cat?
No, 29. 30.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
So
what do you got planned up for K&B Anglers, buddy? I know that you got something in the works. Is there anything that you can share with everybody to tell us where you're at?
Well, as far as the actual channel is concerned, yeah, I've got several things planned up. I'm actually making some other. I'm traveling. I'm doing what I said I was going to do before Pop passed, which was supposed to have included him, of course, and that was traveling to other lakes a little bit more often. I've got several lakes that are close enough to me that well, for instance, Lake Murray with oh gosh, several people actually. Freddie Beck been talking about. He and I've been talking about fishing together, and
what about Junior Proctor?
Junior Proctor, yeah. Matter of fact, Junior Proctor.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's in chat tonight or not, but I've got to get with him because we're talking about going this next Sunday actually to Lake Murray. I'm meet him over there, and then making some Santee trips, fishing with PD and a couple of other guys over that way. Palmetto has been talking about me getting on his boat again and that kind of thing, but I'm also been, now that I've got, because when I bought my license for the trip there to Lake Wiley, I actually bought a year's long. It was actually cheaper for me to buy a year's license, a non-resident license for both North Carolina and South Carolina. So since I've got them, I might as well go ahead and put them to use. You know, that's like 3.5, 4 hour drives. So I've got some other I got some other trips planned up there, day trips, that type of thing, and maybe even some weekend trips if I can make that time off for it, you know. But anyways, that's one of the things. I've also got if you don't mind me saying about what I've got going on Tuesday nights, Lyle, is that okay with you?
No, you go right ahead. I'm an open book pretty much.
Simple. So I also have been asked and actually started this past Tuesday night co-hosting with Kelly Bullock on the Bullock Experience. We are actually we actually changed the name. Well, he actually changed the name in honor of Pop, and I thought it was pretty cool that he did that. He's instead of now calling it the Bullock Experience, it is now called Twerking Tuesdays Tackle Talk. It's going to be around 7 o'clock. He was having it at 6. I've asked him to actually bump it to 7 if he didn't mind because of the way I work. That way we can be in and everything. So
I am glad that you guys didn't go with the Twerking Experience, though.
I want to say congratulations to you both. I watched last week. I thought you and Kelly done really well together, and congratulations. I think that'll work out really well for you.
Yeah, that whole deal came about because of him asking me onto the show, and then after the show we were talking, and of course I mentioned that, you know, we were just talking about, you know, shows in general that were out there, and you know, I said, well, you know, I did Twerking Thursdays back when there was nobody but, you know, you guys and a couple of the little live streams. I think one was on Sunday night, and then you guys were on Monday, and I think there might have been another one. I can't even remember what it was, maybe like Wednesday or Thursday, or it was Wednesdays. So we decided to do Thursdays, and we called it Twerking Thursdays because of Pop's nickname, the Twerking Monkey. And so So, anyways, we got to talking a little further on, and he basically asked me would I be willing to get back in the game again, and if so, because he had been thinking about a co-host, and if so, would I mind being his co-host? And I was still trying to get back into things, and I said, yeah, I think I can do that. Let me think on it. And then I thought about it. I mulled it over with my wife. She thought it was a great idea, and to just kind of get myself back out there again. And so we did it. And I had a great night that night. I felt real good, real comfortable behind the camera again. And so I think we're going to have us a good show. That's on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I think you'll do wonderful. I'm sorry, Chad.
No, I said awesome.
Yeah, I think you guys will do great together. I enjoyed the show the other night very much. So looking forward to watching you guys. And I think that you guys will feed off each other very well once you do a couple of shows under your belt. And that's what it takes to get used to one another and know what to expect out of your co-host that you're in the show with. So once that gets rolling, you guys will do really good. And I'm glad to see you back in it. What about videos for fishing?
For videos, I've been, as you guys have noticed, I put out a few videos here more recent than what I was doing there for a while. I actually, how did you like that catfish, the catfish salad video?
I like that.
Video. I actually, I contemplated whether I wanted to do that or not. I got to thinking, I had all this catfish left over, and the reason was we pretty much took and put we wanted to give some of it away. And we pretty much had way more than what we needed left over, and I kept thinking of what was I going to do, and that's how that came about. I'm not going to rehash exactly what went down in the video because, well, you should have watched it by now. No, I'm just playing. but no, it's I tell you what, man, I was talking about how in the video I was talking about how that it'd probably be something that would be good cold, like you could make up to go on the boat the next day or so. Mm-hmm. And actually it was pretty tasty cold. I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised at the same time.
I'll show you what's pretty good cold.
Oh yeah. So I've got that. I've got some other videos that are keyed up from the Wiley trip.
That's my stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's some good stuff right there.
Yeah, some good stuff.
You want to see something that is hot off the press and looks awesome?
Thank you.
I hope it's deep. I really hope it's deep.
I really thought he was talking about me.
Because D's awesome.
Are you two done?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to mute your mics. This was sent to me in Messenger to show you, Kevin, aka Calvin. And if you haven't noticed, your name has been changed for like the last half an hour.
Ruh-roh.
I have not noticed. No,
I didn't either. Oh, dude, that is way cool.
Oh,
yeah. That is from Freddy's Outdoor Adventures.
That is way cool.
I asked him to do that. That's the first I've seen of it too, which I think actually I take that back. He just sent me some copies. I see it up there in the thumbnail. That's the first I've actually been able to see it. So thanks, Chad, for ruining that surprise. But anyways,
you're welcome.
No,
he put it in chat, so I assumed I was supposed to share it. So I mean, he made me barely lose to the No Script crew on Saturday. So if he's mad at me, he can only blame himself.
Man, knockout. I like that a lot. Chad, do you have the giveaway tool pulled up?
I didn't, but I do now.
That's awesome. Man, what a guy.
Are we giving away Kevin?
No. We're gonna keep him. But we're going to give away a couple of 2-ounce. I got a 2-ounce D&L snake weight. There's 2 of them in this package. And then I have a D&L Sinkers pre-tied rig, Santee Cooper style, with a 6/0 wide gap, 2.5-inch peg float, barrel swivel, 2-ounce snake weight, tied on 40-pound big game line. We'll do both of them.
So 2 of them. Yeah. unless Lyle says that. We do need to notate, right, Lyle? This is for U.S. only.
U.S. only.
Just because of shipping prices.
You can sure get in it. And Amy and your son and whoever else, it's pretty much open. Only person that can't get in it's me and Chad, and I wouldn't complain if Chad did, but somebody would if he won, so we're not going to do that.
Yeah, but it would just be, well, everybody.
Yeah, I just send you a package before we go through that. Well, fact is, I just save it and give it to you, and then go.
There we go. Start getting them entries in. Hashtag DL weights.
Boom, first to you.
I
Starting to see them come in there.
That if you guys have needs for tackle and hooks and different things, our buddy, the Weekend Angler has that stuff on sale on his YouTube page. So check that out. You will like his product.
Tell you what, while we're waiting, Lyle, if you don't mind me, I need to address something that was also pretty cool. And I don't know if you guys have noticed my hat or not. As far as what it says, let me see. I hate to take my hat off.
Let me get you a bigger screen here.
Yeah, see if I can get to the camera. There we go. There we
Creole
go.
Catfishing.
This is actually from Creole, from my brother Jeremy, and it's actually a one-of-a-kind Creole catfishing hat. This was actually meant. Yeah, it was meant to be Pop's, and unfortunately, it did not make it here for Pop to ever see. So I wear this cap as often as I can. That's the reason I'm wearing it here tonight.
That's awesome.
That is.
It was an awesome looking. It was an awesome looking hat, and it's a very comfortable hat at that. And I just wanted to address that and thank and thank Creole for doing that for us. And I will be getting down to Louisiana and do me a little fishing. Guarantee that.
Yeah, I got that in mind my own self. Hats like that are very special. I have one that a friend of mine got the year Davy Allison got killed. It sits up there on my gun cabinet in a Ziploc bag. I used to get it out every Daytona 500 day and wear it, and I've quit doing that the last several years. And Steve passed away of cancer, and he bought two of them when he bought one. And he brought me one, and he kept the other, and they buried him with his, and that's probably what is going to happen to mine. When I pass away, I want that hat to go with me for that reason, because it's just that it means that much to me, and it's Davy Allison. They can say what they want to about all the rest of them drivers, but Davy Allison died way too soon and was going to be the greatest stock car driver of all times. No question.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I saw where Creole said, "Love you, brother," and right back at you, my brother. No doubt.
I want to touch on that for just a second, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Jeremy come into the catfish community a couple years ago, and I addressed him right away because I knew that he was our kind of people. You know, him and Laura are very special to me, and I told him, you have, whether you like it or not, you have been accepted into the family, so be prepared for what comes. And that has worked out very well for all of us to have him and Laura in our group. So, Connie,
so we ready?
I want to touch on this just a second, Connie. This is U.S. only. I'm sorry, the shipping has got so expensive. We just can't ship overseas at this time. Hopefully, it'll come back down and we'll be able to do away with and ship stuff to you. But if you get in it and you win, I will send you something. I promise. It probably won't be one of these weights, but I'll send you something from Catfish Weekly if you win. So go ahead and jump in there. But the weights cost too much to ship that far.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's what's gotten ridiculous is the postage, or the handling fees and such.
No, it's ridiculous.
It is.
I work in that same kind of industry, and yeah, it is unreal what it costs to ship stuff. Even in the U.S., it's not that cheap anymore, you know. And it's
not. Jim says, I've been watching Catfish Weekly for around 7 years, back when Paul was a co-host. Paul and I and Chris and Shoot. There's another guy. I can't think of his name for whatever reason. Started Catfish Weekly. We will be in June. We'll start our 8th year. 8th year. It's unbelievable to me.
It is.
Unbelievable. Let's go ahead and spin that, Chadwick.
All right, we'll give her the spinneroonie. Ready? Let's do this. Where it stops, nobody knows.
Whisker and Green.
Whoopee.
Weights. Send me your
Yay!
shipping address. I'm writing your name on it right now. Just include your real name and Whisker and Dreams on it on your message, and you can message me on Facebook Messenger, or you can email me at catfishweeklytv@gmail.com, and I'll get these babies shipped right out to you. And Chad, let's go ahead and give them just a few minutes, and we'll load up the D&L Sinker pre-tied Santee
right.
catfishing rig.
Well, we are going to keep the same hashtag DL Sinkers. Everybody that's already put in is still in there. We got 57 people. If you have not done it, there are 101 people watching. Get your name in the hat. We will share that in just a few minutes, and we'll get that final spin around.
And I would like to mention that following our show, Mark has the Catfish and Crappie podcast coming up.
He's going to have some amazing guests tonight.
And I understand that he is going to have the great D, and she's going to drag you along too.
Yep. They're allowing me to stop by too.
That's awesome.
I hope you're going to be way back in the background, though.
I'm thinking he better go take a tinkle. He's been sitting there way too long.
Yep. But make sure you guys go over and check out Catfish and Crappie.
Yes, Betty, I know. It's DL Sinkers.
There's K-Bug.
It is DL Sinkers. K-Bug on here now and had to make a new account. K-Bug, it is awesome to see you in here. We was talking about you earlier, and very proud to have you in here with us tonight.
Let's see. Okay.
There's 922.
I was noticing that Fishing with Paula Smith was in, and she was stating that she had another IV treatment tomorrow with 3 new medications to take for headaches for the IV treatment. She's, as you know, she's been battling cancer and taking treatments for that, and she's been doing somewhat fairly well. And I just wanted to say kudos to you for hanging in there, girl. I hope everything turns out great, and I hope that you're back on the water again and back at it, catching those big old blues and
Absolutely. I had the pleasure of meeting Paula at a tournament in Wheeler Lake a few years ago. She's a little bit of a thing.
She is.
She's much bigger than K-Bug used to be. She's just a little bitty thing, but she catches some great fish. So we wish you the very best, Paula, and I hope the medicine and the treatments work out great for you.
Well, they say big things come in small packages. We can't say that about Chad, but that's
they said dynamite. I thought that's what they told me. Dynamite comes in small packages.
All right, Lyle, I'm loading this screen back up because my laptop looks like it's about to say goodnight.
Okay.
So I'm going to load this up. We're going to give it 5 seconds, folks. Get it in there. Hashtag DL Sinkers, and I'm going to hit this draw again button. 5, 4.
Oh,
is it? Yeah, I'm sorry. Hashtag DL Weights.
DL Weights.
And it is raining so hard here right now, you cannot imagine.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. DL Weights, Catman. Now you guys got me all backwards of what I said it was.
Oh.
Here we go. I seen Catman's in there. Okay, makes me feel better about things. $9.22 Crappie BQ.
All righty then. Just send me a message after the show. And I got a dog's head poking up underneath the desk. With your shipping address and your correct name and everything, we will get that stuff shipped right out to you guys. Thank you so much for playing along with us tonight and getting in the giveaway game. We have some more of the D&L Sinkers to give away. Who won that one, Chad? I want to make sure I get it wrote down.
It was $9.22 Crappie BQ.
Crappie.
Crappie. Stop it. You know, Kevin, I'm still waiting to find out whose boat my sticker got put on by somebody that had zero of anything on it, but it got put on the windshield. I have yet to wait for them to comment. Why is your sticker on my window?
I don't know. I don't know what comment, if any, has been given about that yet. So I'm gonna have to inquire, and once I inquire, I'll let you know.
Okay, just letting you know about that. I haven't heard yet.
I
Kevin,
actually,
all right.
before I had forgot about it. Go ahead.
It's been awesome having you on here with us tonight, Kevin. Thank you so much. And we're looking forward to see what you and Kelly have got going. And of course, you know that anything I can do to help you guys, I'll be more than happy to do so. And I'm sure Chad feels the same. I can't wait to see you and Amy Jo again. It's always a pleasure to see you guys. And somewhere down the road, we're going to hook up and get in the boat and go catch some fish. We're talking about Wheeler Lake. And
yes, sir.
I think that would be a ton of fun. So let's get together and make that happen. But after Mendota.
Yes. I wish I could make them.
You need to make plans for that next year because I promise you, it's a ton of fun. It really.
Oh, definitely. Vacation days.
You have any closing statements, Kevin?
I'm sorry.
Do you have any closing statements?
No, sir. It's been a great. Other than the fact it's been a great honor having you guys having me here on the show tonight, and everything. And I've been very very satisfied with the fact that you guys, as a community, there's the Catfish community, have been huge supporters of me and everything that I've been going through. And I'm constantly getting people, asking how I'm doing, and that shows a lot with the community. And I'm very very honored to have that happen. But otherwise, just if you guys would just keep in mind the Trucking Tuesdays Tackle Talk on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. I appreciate you letting me kind of throw that out there, Lyle. That's
absolutely
awesome. And
be happy
hopefully
to do
it. Come in.
Bullock experiences Twerking Tuesday Tackle Talk in 2 weeks with special guest J-Dog Gone Fishing.
Can't wait.
That ought to be pretty interesting, Chadwick.
That is, and with that, I will close out my statement here tonight with one: happy birthday to J-Dog's Gone Fishing.
Absolutely.
2, Kevin, it's always a pleasure, brother. Obviously, if you ever need anything, reach out. But we still, we're glad to see you coming back and getting back into things. I know life ain't been easy. It's been a change for you, but your family's always here, brother. We love you.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I got to put this out here before we go. Kevin is a great guy. Consider him a friend since before we were known by anyone, and love Pops. And I'm sorry. Fishing and stuff. Don't get no better than that, buddy. Thanks, everybody, for watching our show tonight. We had a great guest. If you guys like what we do, please hit the thumbs up as you go out. If you really like what we do and you like having these great guests to be on the show with us, please subscribe to our channel. It means so much to us. Thursday night, the bait shop. Who's your guest?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. I got a feeling it'll be Brian B. And
we may let him in the door.
On Panfish Nation Thursday night, the great Brian Burnett.
Oh, nice.
Be sure to tune in and watch Mark with the Catfish and Crappie podcast. Following us next. Thanks, everybody, for watching. See you all soon.
Have a great week, y'all.